Good morning to all my lovely children. I hope you're all well, you're all safe, you're all fine. Okay, children, we started with pronouns yesterday, and I gave you the introduction of the nouns and the pronouns, and then I told you about the personal pronouns and demonstrative pronouns. Then I also told you the difference between demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives. Okay. Now, uh, in this, like we are doing the kinds of pronouns now, and now I am going to move on to the next kind of pronoun. But before that, yes, I remember I had given you a homework. Okay, about personal pronouns. I gave you an exercise. So let us first discuss that exercise, and you people who have done your homework, please check whether your answers are correct or not. I hope all of your answers are totally correct. Okay, so let's just see. Let me share the screen. Yes, so here is the exercise which I gave you yesterday. Okay, fill in the blanks with suitable personal pronouns. So this is a dialogue between Sumit and his mother. Okay, so Sumit is speaking. He's saying, "Dash, am feeling very hungry, Mama. Can Dash give Dash something to eat?" So Sumit is speaking to his mother. So what would he say? "I am feeling very hungry, Mama. Can you give me something to eat?" "I am feeling very hungry, Mama. Can you give me something to eat?" Then mother says, "Would Dash like some slices of bread?" So mother is definitely answering to Sumit. So what would she say? "Would you like some slices of bread? Would you like some slices of bread?" Now Sumit says, "Not the bread Dash had in the morning. Dash was stale. Do Dash have any biscuits?" So what is Sumit saying? Not the bread Dash had in the morning. Who had in the morning bread? Sumit must. Okay, Sumit must have had the that particular bread in the morning. So what he says is, not the bread that I had in the morning, not the bread I had in the morning. Now he says Dash was stale. So what is he talking about? He's talking about the bread he had in the morning. So what would he say for that? He would say that was stale. Okay, or we can also say, sorry, we have to fill personal pronouns. So he would say it was stale. Okay, it was stale. Then he asked his mother, "Do Dash have any biscuits?" So what would he say? "Do you have any biscuits?" Okay, do you have any biscuits? Now let's see what mother says. Mother says, "No, no, some friends of Sneha were here yesterday. Dash served Dash tea and biscuits. Dash found the biscuits delicious and ate Dash up. Ruchi brought a comic for Sneha." Okay, so what is mother saying? No, some friends of Sneha were here yesterday. Dash served Dash tea and biscuits. So who served them? Mother is saying, I served. I served them tea and biscuits. Okay, some friends of Sneha. So them. So I served them tea and biscuits. Dash found the biscuits delicious. Now who found the biscuits delicious? Sneha's friends. So what would we say? They found the biscuits delicious and ate Dash up. What did they eat up? The biscuits. So he would say, sorry, the mother is saying, and ate them up. Okay, and ate them up. Ruchi brought a comic for Sneha. Now mother is changing the topic and she says Ruchi brought a comic for Sneha. Now Sumit is very interested in the comic and he says, where is dash? So where is it? Okay, he's speaking for comic. Where is it? Mother says, I don't know. I don't know. Sneha was reading dash sometime back. So we are talking about the comic. So mother is saying Sneha was reading it. Sneha was reading it some time back. Ask dash. So ask whom? Ask Neha. So what would be used for Neha? Her. Ask her. Okay, I don't know. Sneha was reading it some time back. Ask her. Now Sumit says, why doesn't father bring some comics for dash? So for whom? For Sneha and Sumit. So he would say, why doesn't father bring some comics for us? Okay, for us. Now surely dash all like to read comics. Surely dash all. So we all. He's talking about Sneha and Sumit both. So he says, why doesn't father bring some comics for us? Surely we all like to read comics. Okay. So mother says, why don't dash talk to dash yourself? Why don't you talk to him? Him is for father. Why don't you talk to him yourself? Sumit says, father never listens to me. Father never listens to me. Okay. So, that's your exercise, children. Now, I did demonstrative pronouns with you, and I also explained you the difference between demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. Okay. So, I am going to give you an exercise related to that. Here we have this exercise. Let me zoom it up for you. Yes. Okay. So the exercise is pick out the demonstrative pronouns and the demonstrative adjectives in these sentences. Okay. So first one is, this photo was taken with a digital camera. Okay. This photo was taken with a digital camera. Now, what did I tell you? Demonstrative pronouns and adjectives are this, that, these, those. The pronouns which are used to point out something, to show something. Okay. Now, I also told you a simple way of differentiating between demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. How will you differentiate? Look at this sentence. This photo was taken with a digital camera. So, this photo. Now, this is followed by photo, which is a noun, and actually this is used for this photo only. When we are saying this photo, then this refers to the photo only. Okay. So photo is the antecedent. I explained you the pronoun. The noun for which the pronoun is used is its antecedent. Okay. So when the noun and the pronoun come together, then it doesn't remain a pronoun, it becomes adjective. Okay. So this photo, this is coming together with photo, which is a noun. Okay, which is the antecedent, because this stands for photo only. So when they are coming together, then this is adjective here. Okay. And if we say this was the photo, this was the photo, then this is separated from photo. Okay. And then this becomes a pronoun here. Let's see the second sentence. This is the X-ray you have been looking for. Now, this refers to X-ray. This is used for X-ray. Okay, this X-ray. Now, this and X-ray are not coming together in this sentence because between them we have two words, is and the. So when this and X-ray, this is separate from each other, they are separate from each other, then this is pronoun. Okay. So in the first sentence, this is adjective, demonstrative adjective. And in the second sentence, this is demonstrative pronouns. Okay. Now, let's see the third sentence. These are some interesting riddles. So these are some interesting riddles. Now, these is used for riddles, okay, which is noun, okay. So now these is separated from riddles. So this is demonstrative pronoun. These is the demonstrative pronoun. Let's look at the fourth sentence. Can you solve these riddles? Now here, these which stands for riddles is coming together with riddles. So when the noun and pronoun come together, they are they are sticking to each other, then these becomes adjective. So this is demonstrative adjective over here. Now let's see the fifth sentence. Have you learned those poems by heart? Okay. So first of all, we look for the demonstrative uh, pronoun or adjective, whatever it is. So that is those here. Okay. You is personal pronoun, children. You is personal pronoun. And we only have to pick out the demonstrative pronouns and adjectives. So which one is the demonstrative pronoun or adjective? Those. Okay. Now, those in this sentence stands for poems. Okay. Poems is the noun for which those stands for. Okay. For which those is used for. So now those and poems, both the words, both the noun and pronoun are coming together. They are sticking to each other. So this is an adjective. This is demonstrative adjective. Let's see the last sentence, sixth sentence. These are Jain temples. Now, these stands for Jain temples. Okay. And these is separated from Jain temples by the word are. So, when they are separated, then these here is demonstrative pronoun. Okay. I hope the concept is now very clear to you. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next thing, which is interrogative pronoun. Now, what is an interrogative pronoun? All my intelligent children, you all know interrogative refers to a question. Okay. The question statement which ends with a question mark where we are asking a question, that is called interrogative statement or interrogative sentence. Okay. Now, interrogative pronouns are definitely the pronouns which are used to ask questions. Okay. So for example, you can see on the screen, what is your name? Who is absent today? Which is your house? So what, who, which, these words, these WH words, they are used to ask questions and they are therefore interrogative pronouns. Okay. Now children, again the concept of interrogative pronoun and interrogative adjective comes herein. So what is your name? So here, what stands for name? Okay, what stands for name? And what name are separated? When they are separated, then what is pronoun? Okay. Okay. And if suppose I put what with name, if suppose I ask you a question, what name do you want to give this dog? Okay. So what name, this what name, now what coming together with name, this becomes interrogative adjective. Okay. So now I will show you examples. Okay. See this sentence, which is your house? Okay, which is your house? So which and house, which stands for house. We are asking which is your house. So of course, which stands for house. Okay, which is used for house. Now which and house are separated. So which is pronoun. Now if suppose the question was, which house is yours? Which house is yours? Now here which and house are coming together, and so which here becomes interrogative adjective. Okay, let's see a few more examples. Okay, see here. What is your plan? So what stands for plan, and both of them are separated. So this is interrogative pronoun. Now let's see the second sentence. What plan did you follow? What plan did you follow? Now what and plan are coming together, and so what here is interrogative adjective. Now let's see the second sentence. Which is the mail train? So which stands for train, mail train, and they are separated from each other. So this is interrogative pronoun. And in the fourth sentence, which train is late? So now which and train are coming together, and so this is interrogative adjective. Okay. So let's do an exercise related to this. Fill in the blanks with interrogative pronouns. Clues are given below. Some of these may have to be used twice. Okay. So dash is the latest news. Dash is the latest news. So what would it be? What is the latest news? Okay. What is the latest news? Dash of these dresses do you like? So which of these dresses? Okay, which is used for when we are comparing, then we use which. So which of these dresses do you like? Then dash is this lovely bag. So whose is this lovely bag? Whose is this lovely bag? Prepare these beautiful charts. Okay, who prepared these beautiful charts? Who prepared these beautiful charts? Dash do we have for breakfast? So what do we have for breakfast? Then dash are the gloves in your hands. Then of course, who are the gloves will be wrong. Whose are the gloves in your hands? What are the gloves will not be correct. Which are the gloves will not be correct. So whose are the gloves in your hands? Okay. Now let's see another exercise. Pick out the, sorry. Fill in the blanks. Okay, this we have done. Yes. Now this exercise. Pick out the interrogative pronouns and the interrogative adjectives in the following sentences. Pick out the interrogative pronouns and the interrogative adjectives in the following sentences. Children, this exercise, exercise 4, this okay, let it be. Let's do it here only. Pick out the interrogative pronouns and the interrogative adjectives in the following sentences. The first one is, what questions were asked at the interview? So what is the word? Okay, now whether it's pronoun or adjective, we'll have to see. So what is coming with questions and what is actually used for the noun questions only? So what questions? Now here what becomes adjective, okay, because it is coming, it is sticking to the noun. So what is interrogative adjective over here? Then let's see the second sentence. What do you need? Okay, what do you need? So actually we are trying to say what thing do you need? So now what here is not used with the noun. Okay, this what is not sticking to the noun. So this is pronoun. What here is pronoun, interrogative pronoun. Let's see the third sentence. Who will lead the Indian squad in the march past? So who is the word. Now who will lead? Here we cannot see any noun after who. So this is again interrogative pronoun. Then fourth sentence, whom have they appointed the captain of the team? So whom, again after whom we cannot see any noun. Okay. So this is again interrogative pronoun. Then the last sentence, whose duty is it to look after the guests? Now whose duty? Now duty is noun. Okay. And whose is coming together with duty. So this is now interrogative adjective. Okay. Interrogative adjective. Okay. Let's move on to the next thing. Yes. Okay. So the next thing is reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. Now, reflexive pronouns are the pronouns like myself, yourself, herself, himself, themselves, ourselves. All these are reflexive pronouns. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Let me. Okay. Now, see the example. For example, I blamed myself. Okay. I blamed who? I blamed myself. So first of all, you have to remember these words like myself, yourself, herself, himself, themselves, ourselves. These are reflexive pronouns. Okay. Now, I blamed myself. I blamed who? Myself. So this is myself here. I is the subject. Myself here is the object. Okay. Now, let's see. From I, we get myself. From you, we get yourself. From he, we get himself. From she, we get herself. It itself, we ourselves, you yourselves, and they themselves. Okay, this is something very easy. Okay, so I blamed myself, you blamed yourself, he blamed himself, she blamed herself, it blamed itself, we blamed ourselves, you blamed yourselves, and they blamed themselves. Okay, now let's fill in the blanks with suitable reflexive pronouns. Okay. I think it's quite clear to you now because I have zoomed it up. Okay. So fill in the blanks with suitable reflexive pronouns. So first one is Mary saw dash in the mirror. So who do you see in the mirror? Yourself. So Mary is a girl. Mary is a girl. So Mary saw herself in the mirror. Mary saw herself in the mirror. Second sentence, Gaurav availed dash of the opportunity. Gaurav availed whom? Gaurav gave whom an opportunity. So Gaurav availed himself. Gaurav availed himself. Gaurav is a boy. So Gaurav availed himself of the opportunity. Then third one, Rohit dry dash with a towel. So Rohit dry himself with a towel. I think there is something wrong here, children. Rohit dries himself with a towel because Rohit is singular, so it would be dries. Rohit dries himself with a towel. Okay. Now, children don't feel shy. Help dash to cakes and biscuits. Children don't feel shy. Help yourself. Help yourself to cakes and biscuits. They were angry with dash for that silly mistake. So they were angry with themselves for that silly mistake. They were angry with themselves. The train came to a halt by, now the train, what would be used for it? It. So the train came to a halt by itself. The train came to a halt. Halt means stop. Okay, the train had stopped all by itself. So the train came to a halt by itself. We enjoyed dash in the park. We enjoyed ourselves in the park. I slipped and hurt. I slipped and hurt myself. I slipped and hurt myself. Okay. So you got it? Reflexive pronouns, children. So now third sentence I'm telling you again. Rohit dries himself. So Rohit dries, D-R-I-E-S. Okay, dries himself with a towel. Okay. So those are your answers. Now let me explain one more thing to you. Yes. Now the difference between reflexive pronouns and emphasizing pronouns. Now look here. What are emphasizing pronouns? What are emphasizing pronouns? See, they are also the same. Myself, himself, herself, yourselves, ourselves, themselves. It's the same thing. But again, now you look at this sentence. I myself locked the door. If it was a reflexive pronoun, it would be I locked the door myself. That means I and myself would be separated. When they are separated, it is reflexive pronoun. When the both the pronouns come together, or the noun and pronoun for which it is used, they come together, then it becomes emphasizing pronoun. See, I myself locked the door. Now I myself, both are coming together. So this is used for the sake of emphasis. What do you mean by emphasizing? Emphasizing is to put stress on something. Okay. When you want to highlight something, then you put stress on that thing and you say that. So when we say, I locked the door myself. Now I locked the door myself. I'm just telling who did the work. But when I say I myself locked the door, then I am saying that for the sake of emphasis. Okay. I want to stress on this fact that it was I and I only who locked the door. Okay. So now when I is coming together with myself, then it is emphasizing pronoun. And if we separate these two, if I say I locked the door myself, then myself here becomes reflexive pronoun. Okay, let's see the second sentence. You yourself ask for money. So you ask for money yourself. Now here you and yourself are separate. So this is reflexive. But in this sentence, you yourself ask for money. So you and yourself are coming together. And therefore, this is used for the sake of emphasis or laying stress. And so this is emphasizing pronoun. Okay. So now, are you sure the door was locked? Anu, I myself locked it. Now she wants to emphasize on this fact that she herself locked it, so she knows very well. She remembers it clearly because she locked it herself. So I myself locked it. I and myself are coming together. So this is emphasizing pronoun. If she would have said I locked it myself, then myself would be a reflexive pronoun. Okay. So now uh, pick out the reflexive pronouns and the emphasizing pronouns in these sentences. Children, this is your homework. Please take the screenshot of this exercise, or you can, let me just zoom it a bit. Yes. So you can take the screenshot of this exercise. I'll tell you the question. Pick out the reflexive pronouns and the emphasizing pronouns in the following sentences. Okay. So let me do the first one for you. The chief minister himself looked into the matter. The chief minister himself. Now, himself is used for the chief minister, and the chief minister and himself are coming together. So this is emphasizing pronoun. Okay. Okay. If they were separated, the chief minister looked into the matter himself. If they were separated, then it would be reflexive pronoun. Okay. So this is your homework. Please take down these answers, these questions, and you can do them anywhere in your rough copy or anywhere. Okay. And just be ready with your homework, because today we are going to discuss this again, and you are going to check yourself whether you have done right or not. Okay. But I believe that you all will do it right only. Okay. So that's all for today, children. Okay. So that's all for today, children. Okay. Just see the video, go through it, and try to understand things. They're all very easy, and you all are very intelligent. Okay. So try to practice more exercise if you have any books. Okay. And tomorrow we are going to move further with, we are going to study further about the different kinds of pronouns which are left. Okay. So till we meet next time, just stay safe, be happy, and study also. Okay.